growing up was the initial spark that got me interested in the sport. And since then, having creating similar memories of my own in the United States, like traveling around the country and doing races all over the country. That's been, that's like, I feel like I'm living my dream a little bit in that. Last year I won the state championships in Pennsylvania, which was very cool. It's my home state, so that was very cool to win that race. There's been plenty of cool ones. A lot of the venues out in Chicago were awesome. They were right downtown in Chicago. Racing in like downtown Manhattan is always awesome because you're shutting off streets in the middle of New York City, which is crazy, and there's tons of people out there. Westchester, Pennsylvania, that has an awesome race every year where there's thousands of people out there. So there's all sorts of ones. I could go on forever. So I grew up watching the professional race that would come through my hometown every year, and then 2 years ago they started an amateur race that ran before the professional race. So I got to race in my hometown on the same course that I grew up watching that race, and that was very cool. The goal is to race the professional race at the end of this year in Doylestown. I need to upgrade to the Category 1 cyclist, which would allow me entry into that race. But that's the goal. So this day and age, when we're all pretty busy and we all spend a lot of time on our phones, it's pretty rare that you get to just hang out with somebody uninterrupted for several hours straight. So I found that it's a very good way to make friends and get to know the friends that you already have a little bit better. And I also love the racing portion of it as well. It's such a rush. I like to compare it to NASCAR on bikes, but those are definitely two of my favorite things. I draw parallels to bike racing and my professional life all the time. There's team tactics and strategies that you can use throughout a race to help somebody win. And if you can help your teammate and kind of let your teammate draft off of you in times that they need you, and you can drag them to somewhere where they need to be. I mean, that's what I really feel like it's to be on a good team, is to have teammates that are willing to help you out like that and support each other. And so for me, it's helpful to be spending my time outside of work in that type of environment because it helps me be positive and a good person at work, right? You don't get praise and you don't get results from training a lot. You can train all you want and nobody's really gonna care. But if you don't train, you're never gonna win a bike race. And I feel like that's the same thing for being a professional. If you don't get a good education, if you don't continually develop yourself and set goals for yourself and work hard when nobody's looking, it's harder to get the results that you want, I feel like.